And then I think there was a last question from a nice lady somewhere. Oh, or gentleman. Oh, whoever has the mic. Yes, go ahead, please. Can you say it in a lady's voice? No, I'm just...
I have a question. I hope that you don't mind.
I don't mind any question at all.
Okay. I was wondering if you are religious, if you believe in God, and if so, in which kind of religion do you believe?
Good night, everybody. No, that's a very good question. Well, look, on the one hand, when you study the world's religions, it becomes difficult to take any religion all that seriously anymore, because the first thing that you realize almost instantly is that these are all saying the exact same thing. And in fact, in many ways, they're using the exact same stories, the exact same myths, the exact same legends to say it. At the same time, however, unlike most of my colleagues who tend to view faith the way that a biologist views a microbe, like, oh, look at those interesting people with their believing and stuff. I don't in that way. I am a person of faith. I do believe in God. But I know that there is a difference between religion and faith, that these are not the same thing. That faith, which is individualistic, ineffable, indescribable, if you have faith in God, then what you have faith in is in something that is literally beyond the human intellect, that he is utterly transcendent, beyond. Beyond what? Just beyond. Just beyond. The human mind, yeah, yay God. The human mind is incapable of fathoming something that is utterly unhuman. And so, we need help.
Sinners, right? We can't ever get anything right.
Well, you may be a sinner, not me. But, so then how do we do it? How do we express something that is inexpressible? How do we talk about something that is beyond the human intellect, beyond our ability to even fathom, let alone, talk about? Religion, that's how. All religion does is provide a set of symbols and metaphors, a language, to help us express the inexpressible, faith. And that's all religion is. It's just a set of symbols and metaphors. I mean that quite literally as a language. If I started speaking Farsi all of a sudden, or Arabic, or Spanish, or, Mandarin, you would stop understanding me. Even though I'd be expressing the exact same thing that I'm expressing in English, you would just simply stop understanding me because I was speaking in a different language. That's what religion is, a language. You don't believe me? Let me do a little experiment. If I said to you, I have been washed by the blood of the Lamb, raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. Okay? Raise your hand if you don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. You see, what I just did was communicate something profound and emotional to those people who understand my language. To those people who understand what I just said, the symbol, the metaphor, and it's just a metaphor and nothing else, that I just used, we had a connection, man. We had a connection there for a moment. We formed a community. We formed a bond. I said something to you that's visceral and profound, and you got it. For those of you who don't understand those symbols and metaphors, I may as well be speaking Chinese. You have no idea what the hell I'm talking about because you don't share my symbols and metaphors. Religion is nothing but those symbols and metaphors. I, being familiar with all the symbols and metaphors of the world's religions, prefer the symbols and metaphors of Islam. They make more sense to me. They're not more true. They're not more right. They're just more in line with what I already think about the world, how I already envision myself and my role in this indeterminate world, how I already think about the role of creator and creation. The metaphors, the symbols that Islam provide fit that. And so I use them to express this ineffable experience of faith to myself, first of all, and to other people. who get those metaphors, who can speak those metaphors, and who understand what I'm talking about. The Buddha once said that if you want to strike water, you don't dig 6 one-foot wells. You dig 1 6-foot well. Islam is my 6-foot well. But what the Buddha meant by that metaphor is that the water you are drinking is the water that everybody is drinking. It's just your well that's different. That's all. So that's my conception of spirituality, and that's why I call myself a Muslim. Thank you, everyone.